Well, happy Gratitude Sunday. Can you believe it's week 8 already? Hey everybody, it's the Lady Laughs a Lot. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Gratitude Sunday is where I take my love of journaling and memory keeping and look back at my past week to be in gratitude for my life and what has happened. And I really need it this week because I can't believe, is it Sunday again already? The week went fast, and yet I'm very confused. What happened this week? I mean, this is essentially why I do memory keeping. I mean, not only to get myself into a state of gratitude, but life can sometimes be a blur, and this is a good way to slow down and appreciate what's gone on. Oh, I haven't even cut out my pictures yet. Let's get down here and start playing. You don't want to look at my face. You want to see what I'm up to. Yeah, so here, let's pop these pages out. So the weather has been crazy cold, freezing temperatures this week. So I am looking to make use of that sticker, that Snoopy sticker that I got last week. Snoopy in his puffer jacket. Have you guys ever watched this show? Homestead Rescue with the Rainies. I mean, it makes a lot of sense for us the way we're living out here. I'm totally obsessed with this show. So on our property, we have a garden on the back 40. And I've totally neglected it for the past couple of years just based on what's going on with Jerry's health and all. It's become too much. But now I've been watching this Homestead Rescue. We do one episode every day. And the daughter, Misty, helps these families. Well, so basically the premise of the show are people who decide to go off-grid homesteading. And they're not doing well, they're failing, and they have the Rainey family, who are a homesteading family that live out in Alaska, to come help them. And every episode, Misty, mostly every episode, Misty helps them build like a greenhouse out of resources that they have on their property. The trees, windows that they have laying around, whatever. They only have 7 days. They only spend 7 days with each of these families. And they help turn things around. Between the father, so it's the father and his son and daughter. And they always say, and a small build crew. Well, I'd like to get my hands on a small build crew. So I'm obsessing now. I'm obsessing over a greenhouse because in 7 days, bam, they create this greenhouse. And what they do is they try to find, in the one episode, there was an old tree house that the kids were living in. Not living in. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to share a story and have my brain try and work on cutting. So, God. So on this one episode, there was an old treehouse that the kids had now grown up and they weren't using anymore. So they deconstructed this treehouse and brought it down. And I think actually in that episode they made that into a chicken coop. But it's situations like that where they take like an existing unused building and refurbish it into something new. And it just so happens we have an old chicken coop on our property that I would love. Now that I feel like I'm looking at it with new eyes. I'd love to take that and deconstruct it and move it over to the garden and make a greenhouse. And like at night when I go to sleep, I've been obsessing. I've been obsessing about this project. But I don't know where in my head I think I'm going to have the time and energy to work on a garden this year. But I feel it like in my chest, like it's being pulled out of me to work on it this year. So I never ignore strong impulses like that, where I'm inspired, right? It's not like I have to try and force myself to do it. It's like, is it spring yet? Yeah, I really don't. Well, just like every project I handle, like that lap book and that Chinese paper cuttings, I have no idea, but it's calling to me. So I will follow the call and see where it leads. You know, it may be nothing, but it may be something. Oh, goodness, where are we? It's such a blank canvas for me this week. All right, so let's just kind of situate what I have. That'll help me. The doodle a day, I think I did that video towards the beginning of the week. I haven't worked out in about 3 weeks. I finally did a workout yesterday, and boy, am I feeling it today. Thursday, we went up to the VA. Good news there is that his treatments with oncology are working, so he didn't need a shot this week. So that, we're grateful for that. Things like, I really enjoyed a quote that Gary V put out. So much love to everyone who's trying. That can go anywhere. And this whole Homestead Rescue, obsessing over a greenhouse, can kind of go anywhere. And working on the lap book, I've got a shot of my desk and how everything was just scattered across my desk. Let's see, I think I did that. Well, I was kind of tinkering with that all week because I was doing like down in the dumps stuff in my head. And that helped pull me out of it. I have a lot of ephemera that I can just kind of stick in. There's a shot of the lap book. Maybe the lap book can live down here in the bottom somewhere. Lap book. Do I have a picture for my top left? You know what? I think Gary V should go in the top left because it really speaks to the YouTube channel, the fact that I'm making an effort and being in my little bit of funk, had a little bit to do with the whole YouTube experience. So I think he should be up here to kind of talk about how I worked through it, right? And I showed up. So not only did I do my Gratitude Sunday, but I also did the Doodle a Day video, and I did my lap book journaling video. Like, I put out 2 extra pieces of content this week. That's exciting. That's exciting that I had the time to do that, and Jerry's been well enough and improving that I had time to do that. So I think that's going to be the overall theme this week. So Gary V gets the top left corner this week. Yeah, it's really quiet as far as photos this week. Let me look at All right, so talk about influencers. That Homestead Rescue, Misty was wearing a Carhartt vest that I've had my eye on for years. And she was wearing it in one episode, and I said, "Dagnabbit." So I ordered myself that Carhartt vest. So that can go with that. This I had from last week, and I forgot to put it in, or I ran out of room. Did I share this one with you? If you can't think of a word, say, I forget the English word for it. That way people will think you're bilingual instead of getting old. So I want to get that in there. Pulled out some stickers already. I figure there's one here that says binge watch I could use also with that Homestead Rescue. And since I'm obsessing over a greenhouse, there's some plants. Yeah, that kind of describes my week. Focusing and obsessing over a greenhouse. Having fun in the studio, creating my videos. And for those of you who are following, was it the Doodle a Day? I think it was the Doodle a Day video where I was overthinking about whether people were going to understand my Doodle a Day or not. Yeah. Don't let me forget to kind of share that page with you guys too. It's a new habit. I'll forget. Yeah, so I want that stop overthinking. What else? I want to share birthday cards with you too. Maybe when we look back on last week, when I show you how I finished that, because look at this beautiful quilled birthday card I got. Isn't that gorgeous? Very gorgeous. Added to my wall of quilled cards. What else? This was the bottom of a snack bag. I was having snacks. I know I've used this before, a couple years ago. Anyway, but I think I might want to sew this. I just like the whole crinkly bit. I might sew that to paper. I don't know, that might not make it in. Oh, yes, okay. All right, so here's that because it's frigid cold sticker that I want to use. See, it's starting to fill up now. And then while I was on Zoom with my family, this is such a great picture. You know, Mama Cat likes to come sit on my lap sometimes and say hello to her aunties. And I was playing with Mardi Gras beads. And so I put a couple on Mama. It's just so cute. It's very rare that I'm not taking a selfie, that someone's actually taking a picture of me. So it was really cool that they grabbed a screenshot of Mama Cat and I like getting ready for Mardi Gras. Yeah, that's Monday. So that's going to have to come over here, which kind of bumps the Rainey family over a little bit. Yeah, see, suddenly like I have no room. And now Snoopy and Woodstock are facing this way. So they need to either be on this side. See, I wouldn't want to put them here unless they were introducing like next week, like walking off the page. All right, this doesn't have to be there. That can be over here. Stop overthinking everything. Okay, Rainies. Now it's just playing like a puzzle. Just playing like a puzzle. All right, I felt something hit my lap. Yeah, no escaping. All right, that's a nice general layout. let's just start gluing stuff down. Oh, while we were at the VA this week, remember I had handed out some of those hearts that I had made, and where we check in for oncology, Lynn actually hung hers up at her desk. So I took a picture of it hanging there to see my work hanging up there in the office. That was kind of cool. Gosh, that's pretty much it for this week. I have everything glued down already. It's amazing, you know, this Keep It Cool was on such a big sheet of paper. It was kind of hard to judge. I should cut this out and stick it somewhere or add it to my Peanuts collection of stuff. That's like last week when for the birthday, right, I made all these little birthday balloons from that interior envelope with woodstock on the balloon, so I have a bunch of those left over. Alright, so I'm going to leave this like this for now, and then I'll go into my journaling and show you any more stickers I add in next week's episode of Gratitude Sunday. Let's go and look back at last week's. My goodness, it always looks so different, doesn't it, once it's full with all the journaling. All right. So, journaling about my birthday. I did add a few stickers. Like there's little shopping bag stickers, this treat yourself. These little hearts are going to show up everywhere. I have a little footage of the napkin, right? I put that napkin in the corner and what it looked like before I journaled over it. And in the center, what I put in the center of that napkin is this diamond, those diamond paintings where the family friend did this one of a tree that I just think is so spectacular. So I added it to the center of that dream catcher. So I really like how that turned out. Then all my shopping nonsense with this tag attached. Shopping bags, heart stickers, more journaling. These little hearts are showing up everywhere because of Valentine's Day. In the center here, I put how I am happy and what is done in love is done well. Vincent van Gogh. And in order to adhere this tag, this is the tag from the pen holder that Barbara made. She's the vendor at the VA and she upcycles fabrics. So I bought the pen holder and I adhered it with wax. So I melted some wax. I did use my little heart stamper thing, but I really wasn't too concerned over whether the heart came out or not. I just used pink and just kind of so that the tag stays in there. Of course, we've got that silly Be My Valentine with my head in the graphic. And I wrote in the little bubble, Jerry is my sweet nectar. So happy to be in the studio creating. So pictures of the Chinese paper cuts, stickers, journaling. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. But I think what I really want to talk about is this insert here. So I remanufactured, reconstructed that box lunch bag. And, you know, like this, it's not so bad. It's not too chunky. I did wind up cutting an extra, like a double binding cut out because what happened is I just want to take these out of the envelopes. I want to share these cards with you. I got some really fun birthday cards. But they're so, like, they're so chunky. But the whole reason I really made this bag was because I knew I had these cards, and I have another birthday card in there, and I put them in, and it made it so chunky that it like, I can stick it there, but it really doesn't want to stay. That inside one stays. For some reason, this one doesn't want to stay. Anyhow, it makes it, look, see, it popped out. So, I don't know, for posterity, maybe when I've got this quarter done, I can still kind of stick it in here. But I'm almost thinking I'm just going to have to find a home for these cards. You guys, I have to share these cards with you. I have to. All right. So my friend Diane, hello Diane, she knew that we couldn't get together between her Marine veteran husband and mine and the weather. It's always difficult to get together for my birthday. We always make up for it later. But how smart of her to kind of send me. I received the birthday card and gifts from her on the day. She timed it perfectly. I don't know how she did it. But this card, I'm going to open it up. It's going to sing and all, and it's going to be a pop-up card. But I didn't realize until I saw a little tag that came with the card. It's interactive. Like, there's a cake with a little light on the candle. But if you blow it out, like if you actually blow out the candle, it responds. Like if you don't do it, it anyway. So here, ready? Kitty cats. Isn't that crazy? So there's actually a sensor right there that reacts when you blow on it. And the timing has to be perfect, because if I blow it on now, it doesn't do it. But how cool is this card? I love that, and I've never seen anything like that before. So I don't want to get rid of that. I want to keep that. That's very cool. All right. Now my friend Lisa, I love you, Lisa. She calls me Baba Wa, so I call her Lisa Wa. And I love it. That's been going on since high school. So she knows my love of vintage and distressed and steampunk. We both share that quality, and this is hysterical. So it looks exactly like something Tim Holtz would do, right? It has the vintage people, but with some modern accessories for the birthday. All right, and wait, here. Yay! Yay! The tweeter at the end cracks me up. It kills me, man. I just love it. Yay! This is so awesome. I was walking around the house with this, just playing it, saying, yay. This is great. All right. So yeah, like I want them in my memory keeper, but they're just so chunky. They're going to have to, I don't know. I could always take pictures of them to add into that box lunch bag. And then find a special place for these. I don't know, but that's great. I didn't do anything much really to the other side. I did put down those stickers, and then added more of those wood stock balloons, colored them in. All right. I have catching up to do on the doodles, my doodle-a-days. I'm behind on my doodle-a-days. Look, I haven't done anything since I sat with you and did the polar bear. So I'm going to shut off this other camera and get these doodle-a-days done with you. It was just so... Oh, I think I said it in the other video. We had the home nurse come. So I definitely want to do something again about nursing, because the weather was crazy, it was icy, and yet the nurse came. I did a nurse over here. What could I do differently for nursing? So this is a situation where, like, I put in a Google search, nursing icons, clip art, which is where you can see where I got the idea for that. Maybe home health. Home. Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like doing, I like that. A house with the heart inside and the hands. Yeah, let's just do that. Yep, not going for perfection. You can still figure out what that is. Alright, so being in my room crafting, doing some sort of steampunk clip art. I was going to go this way. Suddenly thinking Terry Gilliam and Monty Python. Kind of going off script here. Kind of doing my own thing all of a sudden. I was intrigued on Instagram today by a craftsman who does leather crafts, but I was looking at his illustrations. His illustrations are so neat and tidy. Tidy, T-I-D-Y, neat and tidy. Look, I'm trying to talk and sketch at the same time. Don't anybody give me any bubble gum. They were neat, tidy, and tiny. They were just so cute. It really made me want to step up my illustrations. I tend to be impatient and sloppy. Like, I've got no time for this, or more like, there's so much I want to do. Let me try and squeeze this in. Like, wouldn't it be incredible if I actually stopped and took my time and made an effort? How incredible would they be? Yes. I've been working with so many gears in that steampunk thing. Kind of like don't need to look at a picture. Oh, and a shout out to my friends in the comments there talking about how these are not really doodles, they're more like illustrations. So I would like to call them illustrative doodles. All right, where's that top hat now? I kind of want to do the top hat. Right, right. I feel like there should be like little bing, bing. All right, then what did I say? Oh, Thursday I want it to be, but I want it to be this way, facing down. Probably go right across, wouldn't it? Right across. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put like a house around it, I think, like a greenhouse. But I feel like the greenhouse needs to be, it needs to look like a log. Like I would have that much weight. There's definitely not that much weight on my weight bar. Matter of fact, my weight bar is 20 pounds on its own, so I don't add weight to it. Make it look like it's bending. I'm not looking at anything. I'm trying to do this without looking at anything. What am I, crazy? I have to be like sweat. I'm going to write on my t-shirt, showed up. Showed up. All right, so I tend to get a little out of hand, but I really think that's so important. The fact that I get lost in what I'm doing, I think it's so healthy. That suddenly I'm lost and a half an hour's gone by. Yeah, I think this is just so healthy and so important. So I hope you guys have some sort of creative expression that is helpful for you, that brings you joy, and I hope you give yourself time to participate in it. It's just so soothing. I can't believe it's another Sunday, that another week has gone by. But I am glad to be able to have shared it with you. And who knows what creative adventures are in store for me this week. So we take it one day at a time. And remember to be grateful for all the things that we take for granted. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you as always. Okay, guys, until the next adventure, laugh at life, laugh a lot. Ciao, guys.